Hey baddies, welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today we're doing another pick a card reading. This one is all about what is their problem. Alright, so go grab your comfies and your snacks and join your auntie on the other side. So today we're doing another pop-up pick-a-card reading. The reason I'm doing these is they're easier for me to put together and I feel guided to do these, so I'm able to do more readings for you guys for the holiday season. So kind of my version of the Vlogmas, okay? I will be doing some different videos though pretty soon, okay? Kind of holiday themed. Alright, so today's little deck that we're going to be using is an iconic roast oracle deck. This is one of my favorites. She can be kind of spicy. Okay, so what is their problem? What is their problem? We're going to find out. So how it works, if you don't know, is we shuffle up this deck, and the cards that come out are the cards that we use 1, 2, 3, and then I pull as I go. Okay, I may be directed to pull them out of the deck, or they may flop out. Okay, so if this is your first time to my channel, hiya, hello, how are you? It's wonderful to have you. I do hope you'll stick around and subscribe. If you are a returning member or subscriber, hello my lovelies. I do hope the season is treating you well, and it's always good to connect with your energy. Alright, my group 1. Okay, I got 2 cards. We're going to go 1, 2 that way. Red flag. What is their issue? What is their problem? Red flag. Red flag. Well, okay. Group 2. What is their problem? Narcissist. Oh, I'm telling you, these cards are something else. Okay, we got one more to get. A lot of people want me to do four groups, but I have the lupus, and I do what I can do, y'all. And 3 seems to be the right number for me. So, okay, let's do one more. One more, and then we hit the door. Let's go. What is their issue? Group 3. What is going on? What's the issue? What's the problem? What's the problem? What is the problem? Oh, cult leader. Dude, they're a cult leader, y'all. There's a cult leader involved. All right. Okay, so we have red flag, group 1. do, red flag. Okay. Group 2. We have a narcissist. Lovely, beautiful. We have a what? A cult leader. Ooh. Okay. All right, I'll insert a little photograph for those of you guys who need a bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. Now, if you're drawn to more than one group, there's going to be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 1, all of you who selected red flag, this is going to be your reading all about what is their problem. Okay, so let's find out who they are. Who they are. There's a red flag on the play, that's for sure. Definitely there's a problem. We have a journalist and a flirt that just split the deck there. So tell me, spirits, tell me. Who and what is this about? What is their problem? I feel like you're getting red flags. Maybe they think you're a red flag. once more. Okay, tell me about this red flag. Tell me about this red flag. These don't want to go in, and I want to take them. They have a loner, loves and needs solitude, solo interest. Secretly, everyone will go away. Secretly wishes to be drawn out by somebody. Go between, level-headed, craves harmony, resolution, mediator, peaceful, right timing, patient, helps others, feels heard, observational skills. There's something about being a loner that's sending off red flags, like being withdrawn, and feeling like you need a go-between or a mediator, or you feel like you're being one, like you can't really be yourself, or you can't really say what needs to be said. We have guide, thinks they know best for others, lost, overinflated ego. Their word is the gospel, thinks they know others better, misguided. So it feels like there's a withdrawing energy. This person thinks they know what you're thinking, okay, which is a red flag for you, okay? Like they think they know you well enough that they know what you're thinking. They know what you want. And so there's a red flag here. This doesn't have to be love, okay? So they're withdrawing their energy. There's something about what happened here. What happened? We're gonna go with another. I keep getting pulled to this deck as well, so let's go with this deck. What happened here? There's something about a go-between. Perhaps the go-between is actually another person, another energy here that made this person believe something about you that's not true, or you the same. Perhaps they talked about something else. Karaoke night, singing, dancing, playing, cloak, protection, covered. There's something about this not being serious, or you not being serious, you playing around. And this person, now flip the narrative. If it's you, okay, be intuitive with this. There's something about this withdrawing energy that's being protected. They're protecting themselves because they think the other person isn't being serious. Like I said, it doesn't have to be love, okay? It can be family, it can be friends, okay? But this person's like, you're goofing around and not serious. So I'm just going to take myself and go back here a little ways, and you do your thing. Because I'm not having that. I'm not doing that. Okay, we're not. I'm not where you are. Okay, I'm not. The spirits are just like, it's not happening. It's not happening, y'all. It's not. And I feel like, well, the cards are just dancing all over the table. And I feel like it's almost like there's a energy of being stunned. Okay? Because I feel like with this energy here, there's a good time. There was enjoyment in whatever this connection was. There was, happiness here. There was comfort, right? And now there is withdrawing. Okay, there's a need to protect oneself from this, because now we feel insincerity. Okay, we feel insincerity. Santa's helper. Someone wants to lend you a helping hand. Not everyone is an enemy or a foe, but a friend. Okay. You don't trust that. You don't trust that this person is a helper. You don't trust that anyone coming in, romantic, friend, coworker, whatever, is a friend. Okay? Because it's just been a mess. It's just been a mess. And I feel like for you, a lot of people are red flags. Okay. Because there's just so much danger of being hurt. And you've done that one too many times. I think this person wants to be a quote unquote friend. I think they don't necessarily know how. Um, I think this withdrawn energy is part of strength. It's part of being a survivor. Okay. Tell me more about this. What is their issue? I feel like there's a lack of trust here. They have a constant need for reassurance and are anxious when they are alone. There's codependency. There's codependency here, a need to be codependent. Okay. And that just can't happen anymore. We just can't be that anymore. And the person may be struggling on how to not be codependent. How do I not be codependent anymore? In work relationships, family relationships, personal relationships, how do I not be that person anymore? It's difficult because other people don't necessarily know that you're going through that, right? So this person may be withdrawing because they fear codependency. They fear you being dependent on them emotionally. Like, how dare you? This person may be afraid of deep intimacy. There's just a lot of baggage with this person. Okay. And they honestly, part of them would prefer to keep it light. Keep things light, keep it light and then go deep when you have to. They have the loner. There's a loner energy here, and that could be you. That could be them. There's a lot of different energy here. I think the important thing to note is if you're looking for like a super best friend or a place you could work for a long time, if you're looking for longevity, like in a relationship, there is a reluctance here within this red flag situation. There's a lack of faith here. Tell me about this lack of faith. Tell me about the lack of faith here. What is the lack of faith and trust? They just feel like they need to be protected from you. They feel threatened by you. The Eight of Cups, no reversals, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, they feel like they need to be protected from you, and they don't trust the offer. And they're just going to take their bubbles and go. They're just going to move on. Because it's easier now than later. It's easier now than later. So there's withdrawing here. That's why they're withdrawing. The Four of Cups. There's a lot of cups here, a lot of emotion. They're thinking about not what could be, okay, but what they think is. What they think has happened. What they think has happened. Who they think this relationship is. How they think you feel. How they think you really feel. Like we go back to that, to the beginning. How they think you feel, okay? How they think you are. Because they know it all. They think they know it all. And they think they're super emotionally intelligent. And the truth is, they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about nothing, okay? And this is emotional avoidance. This is avoidance of deep connection. So they just keep their eye on what this doesn't have, how we've messed it up, how they've messed it up, or how you've messed it up, or however this works out. They keep their eyes on that and not on what could be, the magic that is. And they just take their little bubbles and move on, dragging their baggage from one situation to another, never solving the problems, never looking at themselves, but just like Page of Swords, just going along, dragging it in with the Eight of Wands, hot and heavy, dragging it along, right? Queen of Wands. It's a pattern. They find someone to listen to this intensity that they drag with them. You know, they got away with words. It's easy to talk to them, or you may, easy to fall in love with them, or easy to want to be around them, or you want to be around them. They may have great ideas, passionate, but if you get too close, red flags. Red flags. They can be emotionally scary. But in actuality, they are terrified of people and emotions because it hasn't gone well. And the thing is, it hasn't gone well for you either. And these energies are very, fluid here. Okay, some of this may be you, some of this may be them. All right. Because there's a big pool of energy here with this group. There's a lot of emotion, and some of it may be yours, some of it may be theirs, because you may be feeling like all you see is the bad here. Red flags, red flags, red flags. But you're still looking at the possibility. You're like, well, but there's love here, but there's a friendship of 20 years, but but they're my family, and I love them, and blah, blah, blah. Like you may be doing that, right? But they're over here looking at the Four of Cups, on the ground here. Like there's nothing good here. All there is regret, misery, sorrow, things like that. And they just want to run away, right? Start afresh, hot and heavy. And I feel like they feel that. Maybe you feel that here. This runner energy, this loss, like this itchiness, because it's a pattern repeating. And I think that's the problem here. But also, it's a point of we can choose growth, okay? No matter how it goes, it is a growing point because now there's awareness. Now there is awareness of what is going on. And in that can be some peace if you just kind of know, hey, buddy, this is what's up. Hey, my friend, this is what's up. This person has some emotional connection issues. Oh, wow. Okay. Intrusion, reignite. Okay. This person feels like, okay, it's complicated. They feel both emotionally intruded upon and also emotionally isolated at the same time. How can you work with that? This person has to get comfortable enough with you to go from emotional intrusion to safety. Now that might be you. You may be like, I'm that person. Like I have to feel safe to go from feeling emotionally intruded upon to feeling safe enough to share emotions. And there's something threatening here that makes you or this person get emotionally distant. And it may be the lack of commitment. It may be the lack of being able to go the distance. Because I feel like for some of you, becoming super emotional with anyone, friend, partner, whatever, okay, is very difficult. So when you give it, it's a sign of longevity and stability. And I feel like at one point you may have had this and it was lost. Perhaps you got too close and the other person did not reciprocate. You didn't feel like there was real emotional connection because you connected, but they didn't, or you didn't feel the connection from them. It was not a coming together. There was a you and a them. It wasn't like a best as friends. It was like there's them and there's I, right? It wasn't like family. It was like this and that. It wasn't like a couple. It was like them and you, right? And for you, that was hurtful. Or for them, depending on how this. It could have been mutual. And it feels like there's been this work to try to fix it with the reignite cinnamon. Kind of healing this. Ooh, I just got a shock. Kind of healing this. Okay. But it feels like we're having problems. It's an issue. It's not going as planned, right? The top card wants to come out. Wishes. So I feel like Spirit's coming forward with this and asking you, what do you want? Do you want this to work out or not? I feel like that's a problem with the reignite here. I don't think you really know what you want with this situation, this card. Fortify. Euthanasia. I feel like you don't really know what you want here. Okay. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a true thing. Okay. And the one thing we can do is start being truthful with ourselves about where we really are. Because when we're truthful about where we really are, that's where we can really start making some real movement forward. Okay. When we're honest with where we are. Okay. Tell me about this wish. Tell me about the wish. I feel like there's a need to decenter this situation. If this situation has been centered in your life, there's a need to decenter it. Okay? You need to recenter yourself. Not just clear, okay? Not just cleanse, but recenter your life. We have the 7 of Cups here. I know it's overwhelming. I feel the overwhelm. I feel exhaustion. Look at this poor little Cabbage Patch Kid. Just exhausted. Just overwhelmed. Emotionally, just, I don't know, right? You have the 7 of Swords. Are you betraying yourself? The Fool. We have the Page of Coins. And we have the 4 of Swords. You know, it's time to recover from this betrayal, okay? There's obviously a feeling of betrayal here, whether it be by you or them or mutually, emotionally, whatever this is. There is a sense of betrayal here. We have 7-7 as well, 7, a number of alignment. And I feel like the wish here is really about recovering. It's about you recovering. Not this, but you. You recovering a sense of yourself, recentering your life around what's important to you, okay? Resting, finding your center, healing the sense of betrayal, allowing it to unfold however it will, okay? And believing once again in new beginnings, okay? Believing once again that you can have a new beginning. And if this comes along for the journey in whatever form it is, then it does. If it doesn't, no matter what you do, you can't force it to fit, my dear. Sometimes you got to let it go. And I know it's hard, okay? But when you focus on yourself and healing and something falls away, that's a sign. That's a sign you got to let it go. But it's different for different people. For some of you, this focusing on yourself, recentering your life around, your goals, your dreams, yourself, your health, your rest, that kind of thing, and allowing things to move around that, it really does reveal so much clarity and so much truth. And this red flag, it won't seem so scary anymore. Okay? All right, Group 1, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful reading. I really enjoyed doing this one for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you made it this far, give me a little flower down below. There's a little flower on this card. Give me a little flower down below to let me know you did, and give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see more readings like this one. If you can hype up this video, if you're able, please do. It does help the channel. I want to thank you all for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 2, all of you that selected the Narcissist. This is going to be your reading all about what is their problem. Okay, so keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I am going to find out what we're talking about first, who we're talking about, what we're talking about, what is their problem. Well, we have a little narcissistic energy here, so that is first. This card just kind of wants to come out, so I'm going to pull it. Oh, these two. Okay. We have journalist, spreads half-truths without evidence, phony, spreads propaganda, and persuades, sorry, let me fix my microphone, persuades negative acts, manipulates information to one side, and deceptive. Okay, so manipulator, a liar, a cheater. Okay, we have tyrant, awakened leader, confident and charismatic, reevaluates life choices and outcomes, balanced, steps aside to make room for new life, helpful. I feel like this is the mask they wear. Okay, like two-faced. We have two faces here. Could be Gemini energy too. Okay, no foul against Geminis. I have Gemini in my chart, y'all. Okay, so but they could be two-faced. What's their problem? They're two-faced. They're two-faced biatch, y'all. And they come across like they are one thing, but they really are a gossip, a liar, deceptive, manipulative, a cheat, a cheater, a cheater, cheater, cheater. Okay, let's see what Santa has to say. No, first, we're going to get the mystery house. Okay. All right, y'all. Just let me know. Just let me know. Okay. Okay, let's get some more cards here. Tell me about the tyrant journalist. I think they're being two-faced with you. I think they're saying one thing to your face, probably what you want to hear, and they're either telling something else to someone else or they feel a different way. Okay? Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. Tell me more. Best award, acknowledge recognition. Okay. And then we have 3D money, material want, scavenger hunt. Okay. I feel like they want more, or you want more with the scavenger hunt. Like, they're looking for something more than what you have or you offer. Okay. They tell you that you're enough. They tell you that what you offer, this could be at work, could be in love, could be in some kind of relationship here, but they tell you that you're enough. They tell you, oh yeah, I'm so happy, but really they're on the down low, or they're looking other possibilities. Like they're not being honest. And I think you feel it. These want to come out too, so we're going to take them. We have celebration, special occasion, reunion. We have telepathic communication, music, masculine energy. So this has to do with masculine energy. I think this person talks a good game, but the reality is so different. Okay. Um, I feel like they tell you, they want to keep this together, or um, the union, whatever this is here, whether it's work, relationship, whatever this is, that they like this, they want to keep this, okay? But I feel like psychically, something's off. That's why you're in this. And the truth is, I'm going to tell you, you may be worried about a third party or someone telling them your work is bad or whatever this is. But their problem is themselves. Okay. They're stuck on themselves. Okay. They are straight up stuck on themselves. So they're always looking for a better situation for them. Okay. And if this is a relationship, this could be someone that looks at you like, you make a great accompaniment to me. You make a great accessory to my life. It won't be our life together. It's you make a great side dish to my life. Okay. It's a very messed up way of thinking. And it doesn't serve, the connection at all. Is this person okay, if it's romantic, are they looking, someone is talking trash and spreading un-Christmas-like spirit? Yes. Yes, they are. They are looking. They're looking, whether it be that they're talking smack on you behind your back, straight up, or they're looking for another partner, or they're looking for a better opportunity. Either way, they are. That's the problem. That's what's up. If this is a boss or manager, they're looking for dirt on you. They probably are already flinging dirt on your name. Okay. If this is an ex, yes, they're talking about you. They're flinging dirt on your name. Okay. Or trying to make you look bad. You are being protected by your guardian angels and ancestors. So, Spirit wants you to know that was at the bottom of the deck. They wanted you to know that even though this is going on, you are ultimately being protected. Okay. There's something about your money too. So you may be worried about that in relation to this. I feel like some of you may be feeling used by this person. They are running away and taking their energy with them. You may be feeling a little like bamboozled almost. Perhaps you really trusted this person. Perhaps this is somebody at work that you became good friends with and they know stuff about your life and now they're talking about it. I got to tell you, work friends aren't always your friends, and you have to know that. You have to know that. Listen to your auntie, okay? I'm telling you. Be careful what you tell people at work about your life, okay? They're there to make money, okay? And they may say, "Oh no, we're family." No, no, you're not. You're not family, okay? Oh, we want to take care of you. No, they don't. No, they don't. They want to take care of themselves. You're all there to work for whatever entity it is, okay? Always, always understand that. Always understand when you go to lunch with a group of your coworkers, it is political. Okay. It is office politics. I don't care whether you work at an office or you work at McDonald's or you work at a big box store or wherever you work. Okay. No matter what you do, when you socialize with your coworkers, it is office politics. Okay. You got to watch what you say because yes, Yes, they will stab you in the back. Yes, they will take advantage of you. Okay. And I feel like for some of you that yes, this person will do that. So don't say anything else to them. Okay. Um, and I got to tell you, Spirit is moving people out of people's lives right now. Just, I'm going to tell you point blank, period. Spirit is moving out jobs, people, things that do not work, that do not work for you, especially if you've been on a spiritual journey. And here's the thing, no matter what you do, you can't stop it. Okay. It's just meant to be. It's like it's fated. Okay. So if you're feeling weird about it, it probably is weird. Okay. And you got to let it go. Just roll with the punches. Right. But if this is a work thing, stop telling people your business. Just stop it. Just stop telling them. Okay, it's none of their business. We have the Hierophant. Tell me about this Hierophant. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Eight of Coins. Look at all that hard work. And we have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Five of Swords. Okay. First of all, we have the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. And in relationships, this speaks of a lot of happiness, a traditional type marriage or relationship situation. But beyond this, I also feel like in a career, this could be your leadership coming to the surface. And people can find this threatening. So this may be if this is about work, it could be that, you put in a lot of effort into what you do and people are talking about you because you're threatening, because what you do threatens other people in some way. Maybe the truth is you're very good at it, whatever it is you do. And people don't like that. And so they run their big mouth. See how this little guy's got a big mouth. And they want to cause discord around you out of jealousy, right? Out of envy because they can't be you and they can't steal it from you because it is you. Okay. And I think for some of you, this is also about, a relationship. Someone who isn't manipulative, someone who isn't always trying to get better, someone who wants a happy life, happy, fulfilled, happy family, joyful, emotionally fulfilled connections. Now, are you ready for that right now? Probably not after this narcissistic thing. There's some healing for you to do. Okay. There's been the Five of Swords here. There's been a fight. There's been emotional issues. It's been hard. But I do think that ultimately you want this happiness. You want to be fulfilled in your work. You want to have a fulfilling relationship. And I do think that you're tired of people talking to you in manipulative and basically nasty ways and being not good to you. I think you're looking for masculine energy to be kinder to you, to treat you with more dignity and respect, which I don't think this situation really has. I think you feel it. I think you feel disrespected in some way. And oops, sorry, some of you may not understand it exactly what it is, but it's there. Let's get some more cards here. Tell me more about this. Some more Santa's cards. We like these cards. Tell me more about this. You are being very protected. And I tell you what, if this person runs away, let them. Okay? If this person runs away, do not chase after them. Do not stop them. Do not beg them to stay. Let them go. Let them go. Okay. Connected in the 4D and 5D realm, struggling with oneself mentally and having difficulty overcoming obstacles. Okay. So this is probably your energy, overcoming obstacles. And, when you deal with narcissistic energy, it's very hard to believe that you can do much of anything because they don't want you to believe that you can do anything. Okay. They don't want you to believe you can overcome obstacles because if you can, then you can get away from them. I've had experiences with narcissistic bosses, with family members, with all kinds of stuff, okay, partners, etc. And it's very hard to get away from them. And then when you get away, you realize how damaged you are by those experiences. All right. And I really need for you to understand that there's healing here that needs to be done for you. Maybe you're working on it. Do not be hard on yourself because you haven't accomplished all your goals. Don't let this person put you down and make you feel small because you haven't accomplished things. You haven't done this. You haven't done that. You've been dealing with a very intense situation. And a lot of people who accomplish goals, they don't necessarily have that kind of stuff going on. So they have all this energy to do all these things. And you haven't had that. Don't compare yourself to other people. Getting space away from this kind of stuff helps you get clarity. But you have to be gentle with yourself. I feel like a lot of people don't realize how rough they are with themselves. I was rough with myself. I still am sometimes. We're so used to being mistreated and treated roughly, we don't even realize we do it to ourselves. And I think it's really important, Group 2, for you to stop emotionally manhandling yourself. You have to be a place of calm and peace and compassion. Okay? Yes, you may be struggling. It's okay. It's okay to be struggling. It's okay. It's okay to need some downtime. This is the perfect time of year. Take some time for yourself. Justice. Everything will be balanced in due time. Everything is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. The most important and crucial thing about this whole reading is you. And if you're not okay, it doesn't matter how it turns out. You have to take care of yourself. And some of you guys are around someone who is seriously got some serious problems. And it's a scale. It's a sliding scale. You will overcome. With this 10 of Cups over here and the Hierophant, you will overcome things. This 8 of Pentacles, you're working, you're doing the thing, okay? But you also have to understand that. I feel like for some of you, you may be kicking yourself over this narcissist. You may be like, I can't believe I allowed this to happen. I can't believe this is going on. What is their problem? They're a user. They're a narcissist. And no matter what you do, you can't change that. But you can change how you react to it and do what's good for you. Because I tell you what, pulling back your energy is going to help you overcome so much in this situation. Tell me more. Tell me more about this one fell out. Tell me more about these obstacles. Tell me more about these obstacles. I feel like this person doesn't want you to accomplish. I feel like your accomplishments make them feel small. It's like a personal affront. Death. Parsley. Major transformation. Woo! We have diversity, turmeric, and we have sweetness. Those are the only 3 I'm going to take. So there's a need to change, to diversify your life in some kind of way. There's a need to switch up your energy, switch up how you do things. Maybe it's your clothes. Maybe it's time to clean your house. Maybe it's time to change your business up. Maybe it's time to color your hair. Maybe it's time to do all those things. Change is important. It's how we grow. We have this death card here. Tell me about the death card. Because we got some sweetness coming in. We got some good things coming in through this change. And, death is about letting go, okay? And you're letting go of narcissistic, toxic people, toxic situations. And it's difficult, right? It's hard. But when they're right in your face, what do you do? When they're right in your face, what do you do? When they run, let them go. When they say, well, I'm not going to talk to you anymore, what do you say? Okay. And there you go. There's a 10 of Wands. When they give you an ultimatum, what do you say? Okay. Okay, buddy. All right. See you later. Ta-ta, the devil. Let him go. Let the devil go. Let it all go. Okay? Even though you'll want to be like, please don't leave me. Please don't. Because it will feel bad no matter how horrible or bad the job, the relationship, the best friend, whatever this is. Okay? You'll still have the feeling of loss because we're human beings. Okay? But let him go. That is a big, listen, that is a big overcoming of obstacle. That's a big accomplishment to let this go. To let this narcissistic energy go. And it may mean that you just kind of ignore this person and only interact with them when you got to. Okay? It just depends. I'm going to pull the top one. We have the Ace of Coins. Do you feel that? You feel that little money coming in? Hold out your hand and say, yes, I'm ready to receive that. Yes. You see those resources? Boom, 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 bam. It's like you let go and the universe gives the flow. It's just kind of how it works sometimes. You end a cycle, you let go of the negativity, you let go of the oppression, you let go of the toxicity, and the universe starts giving you little gifts, little signs, a little bit of money, a little bit of yes, looking to see how you react. Are you gonna judge it? Are you gonna accept it? Are you gonna say, yes, give me more, give me more? All right. All right, let's see the top one, the bottom one. These two. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups and the Star. Wow, how healing. Wouldn't it be nice to be in a place where you can be proud of yourself and the things that you do and the things that you accomplish because you refuse to give up. You remained hopeful in spite of these issues. You remained hopeful in spite of these problematic bitches, okay? You were like, no, I believe. I'm still going to believe in myself. Despite the things you've said about me, I still believe. I tell you what, that's going to pay off for you. It really is. All right? So that's what I received for you, Group 2. I hope this was a helpful reading. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you made it this far, leave me a piece of candy from your emojis down below to let me know. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. Thank you for watching. If you can, please hype up this video. It does help the channel. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 3, all of you who selected the cult leader, this is going to be your reading all about what is their problem. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so let's find out about this cult leader. What is their issue? Okay. What is the issue of this here cult leader, y'all? Okay, tell me about this cult leader. Okay, that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Let's do it again. Let's take half. They just all want to come out, so let's take half. Feels chaotic. Feels very chaotic. Tell me about this cult leader. Tell me about this cult leader. That one popped up. We have hermit, wants nothing to do with the outside world. Recluse, deeply distrust towards humanity. Defensive, judges others who lives differently. Kind of stuck in their ways. Someone kind of stuck in their ways. We have grandstander bully, unnecessary and foolish risks, insecure, violent, haunted by shadow childhood issues, angry, attacks feminine side, posturing and false bravado. Well, I can think of a dozen people like that right now. We have several. I'm going to take them all. Obviously, they want all these cards to come out. They keep flopping out a bunch of cards. So we have indentured servant, feels a sense of security from others, loyal caretaker, joy in serving others, compassionate, altruistic, giving helper, defender, hardcore, observant, practical skills, unassuming, deep sense of responsibility, supportive, reliable, enthusiastic, versatile. My lamp is being weird. Orphan, wants to fit in and can be manipulated, grows quickly and hardened by struggles. People pleaser may use trauma as an excuse. We have boss, disconnected, manipulative, controlling, overthinks, judges, unbalanced, uncreative, not totally present in the moment, repelling. Oh. Okay, so you have a pretty nasty person here. I feel like this is your energy in this reading. Okay, I feel like you have a pretty good energy here. I do think you have abandonment issues. All right, but you have a good heart and you stand for positive things. You know, you want to do positive things, even though your past, your baggage from childhood, abandonment issues might get in the way. You might have some of that negative self-talk, which causes you to betray yourself, you know, at times. This person here is very stuck in their ways, okay? They can be very much a bully. They can be, if you don't believe like they do, they kind of want no part, or there's fear in that. Okay. I think that people don't want to be around this person. I think this person is very immature, but they have power. The power is what makes them like a cult leader. It's not the normal. Normally, you think of a cult leader, you think they have that magnetism. In this case, it feels like the power came before the magnetism did. Okay, that card wanted to flip out. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Wands. Yeah, I don't feel like this person had a lot of magnetism. It's almost like they got lucky or they were born into it. Um, Something like that, or someone turned the wheel in their favor for them. But it's not because they earned it or because they were magnetic. It just, yeah. Yeah. This one flipped. We have the Four of Wands. I feel like this person, um, okay, there's a couple of things. So we're almost like we're breaking off. I think they have a history of, um, probably behind closed doors. They may have a substance problem with liquid substances or something like that. Um, they definitely have an ego problem because they think everybody else is wrong and they are right and they are not open to discussion. So if this is like a boss, they're extremely hard to work with. If this is a parent or a family member, again, extremely hard to talk to. Okay. And you may think you're the problem here. You may be like, well, it's me. It's my personality. They say I carry on about childhood. I carry on about my problems. Well, it's because you had a bad one, honey. And maybe they had something to do with it. And maybe hear me now. Maybe they're using their quote unquote beliefs and their strong detachment from anybody that doesn't have those beliefs to get distance from what they did. Possibly. It's a defense mechanism. It's a protection mechanism. They think it shields them from the damage they did. Okay. And it doesn't. I feel like a lot of them are very mean. This is a mean person. This is a nasty person. Uh, And I got to tell you, no matter how nice you are, no matter how much therapy you get, that they're not going to change. Okay, this person is not going to change. They are extremely stuck in their ways. Let's see what came out here. We have the Queen of Coins. We have the Ten of Cups. I feel like this is you. And we have the Nine of Cups. Listen. Flat out, point blank, period. They don't want to see the underdog win. They don't want to see you do well. And I know if this is like a parental unit, if this is like a boss or whoever this is, they do not want to see you do well. And it's revolting. I'm revolted by this. You becoming independent, you becoming proud of the things you've done, be it, you know, you start a family, you start a business, you graduate, you do something good, you become emotionally happy or fulfilled. Perhaps you start therapy and you start healing, whatever it is, okay? If this is your partner, red flag. If this is your partner, this is not good. This is very, very bad because this person has a cult leader complex. They believe that they are right, and literally their beliefs, okay, their belief system, they believe is better. How they think, how their brain works, their faith, whatever it is. Their physical, some of them are very into their health and their body, and they think the way they do things is better. There's a superiority complex here that is built upon nothing. Zero. No one, listen to me, no one is better than another on this planet. Not one person is better than another. I don't care how much money you are. I don't care your bloodline. I don't care. We are all the same. And this person has a superiority complex. They have an entitlement problem. And I feel like they're entitled to things from you. It could be your time, your money, and your money, your accolades, your gifts, your emotional investment. Ooh, cult leaders like an emotional investment, a mental investment. They want you to worship them and be dumb to anything else. And the thing is, you're not dumb. You're very smart, and you know there's something wrong here. You know this person is off. But there's still that thing. I'm going to tell you the truth here. You deserve better. I don't care if this is a boss or your mother. You deserve better than this. Okay. And sometimes we got to reset our relationships. We got to do some relationship hygiene. And you can love somebody and not be able to be around them because they're so toxic. You know, you can love a mother from a distance that isn't good for you. It's okay. It's valid. Okay. You know, I feel this energy, and it doesn't have to be a mom. Okay. This could be very much a symbol. Okay. But I feel like a mother who like pours everything into their kid, their son, their daughter, their kid. And if you don't give them the best Christmas present ever and come home and do all the things, then they say things like, well, I guess I was a horrible mother. Well, I guess you don't love me. And they literally expect a pound of flesh in return. They emotionally manipulate. They financially manipulate. And they make you feel awful until you render what is mothers. That's kind of a God complex. They may lecture you about faith, about what you believe. This could also be a partner who has a certain faith and is trying to hammer it into you about how you should be. Listen, you have got to be you. And what's their problem? They have got a lot. I'm going to tell you what I see in this person. Okay, I'm just going to tell you straight out, spiritually speaking. There is deep parasitic infection going on spiritually with this person. And when they act out, when they say horrible things, when they scream and shout, when they make you feel bad, when they twist you and manipulate you, you're feeding their parasites. They're feeding them. For some of you, they're feasting on your whole family. For some of you, they're feasting on your whole coworkers, your job. For some of you, they're feasting on your relationship. So you have to stop it. And you feel it. That's why you're in this reading. You feel that. You feel it. How do you got to protect yourself. You got to cut it off. When you feel it happening, become aware. Ask for awareness. When is this happening? When I walk away, why do I feel like crap? Because something just happened. You got to put up boundaries, healthy boundaries. You got to clear your energy, put up healthy boundaries. Get proactive about your spiritual hygiene. Be proactive about your mental health. Be proactive about your physical health. We have people walking around in the world right now who are totally infected with like spiritual parasitic energy. That's how I'm going to explain it. And you have to be aware. I feel it when I go out. I have autoimmune disease. I don't go out a whole lot. I can't. And when I do, man, I feel it. I feel it. You know, I have my own protections and things like that I do and cleansing and things. But it seems to be something that grows in certain people. And it has to do with the hopelessness. It has to do with their own baggage. It has to do with the information we're fed every day. The everyday fear that they're feeding feeds the parasites. And sometimes you got to pull them out over and over. It's a work. It's a work. So they're a cult leader of parasites. They're a parasitic cult leader. And they don't even know they're doing it. The thing is that you can't really argue with them about their faith, okay? Their beliefs, because they drank the Kool-Aid, my friend. You can't argue with people who have worms in their brains. Do you hear what I'm saying? You can't argue with people who have worms in their brains. They have to be dewormed, and that's not your job. It's hard. Okay. It's hard to come to terms with the fact that, hey, there's really nothing I can do here. Like this person is infected with worms in their brains and I'm going to have to let someone else take care of that. That's not my area of expertise. That's a work all their own. They put those worms there. They drank the Kool-Aid, and now it's something they have to work through. You do not have parasitic worms in your brain, and that's why there's a problem here. Okay, because you're like, I don't quite get what you're saying, dude. I don't really align with that. They may ask you to do something at work. You're like, I don't think so. You know, um, you may be over being used that way. I feel like this person attacks your intelligence. They attack you in ways that demean you at times. That's all for purpose to keep you small. Don't let this person keep you from your greatness because you have it here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Listen, that is independent mama. That is single parent. I can take care of myself. I have my own independent business and it's doing very well. Ten of Cups. I am emotionally satisfied and happy. I have a happy little family and I'm doing well without you, cult leader. I didn't need to drink the Kool-Aid. I didn't need to do all that stuff. I don't need to be like you because I'm like me and I don't drink the Kool-Aid. I believe in a different kind of life. Life that gives happiness and joy. Life of a different kind that you won't understand because your brain is infected with worms. Your brain is infected. Let's see what Santa says. Santa, come on, Santa. What's their problem? They need to be dewormed at the veterinarian clinic. Come on, Santa. What you got for group 3? Come on. They're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. We have someone's taking credit for all your hard work. Well, there you go. You got someone talking about you, taking credit for your work or taking credit for something about you, talking about you. See, they must not think you're very dumb if they're taking credit for your work too. See how the telltale signs come out with people like this? Tell me about it. They know that you are not dumb. They know that you're very smart. They've seen what you do. It's a lie. Someone's about to be caught out there for their naughty, ratchet behavior. Listen, if they've been doing some naughty things, woo! See this wheel? This wheel of karma, it's coming, man. Woohoo! If they've been stealing at work, stealing at home, stealing from the Target, whatever it is, woo! This cult leader, I'm telling you, it's going to come out. Woo! We have uninterested and annoyed by the merriness of it all. Needs more out of life, unbothered. They are so uninspired. We have nice. There may be snow on the roof, but there is a fire in the furnace. Still got it. You still got it. After everything you've been through, you still got it going on. I feel like that's you looking good, like feeling good. Okay. Looking good, feeling good. And this person, this cult leader over here, don't like that. Stop doing good things. That's what I hear. Stop doing good things. Stop being happy. Stop working towards success and don't have any. And don't be proud of yourself. And don't put on that shirt because you look really cute in it and it makes me feel bad. I mean, come on now. Let's get this top card. These top two. We have communication, mental clarity, self expression, imagination, inner voice, truthfulness, free flow energy. They cannot stand that. They cannot stand how much potential you have. They can't. They can't stand it. This cult leader, yeah, they try to act very unbothered by it, but the truth is that in the dark, in their room, they think about it. They think about, and instead of being proud of you, like if you're family or whatever, they think about how you don't deserve it. We have naughty trauma bond, connected through past traumas that are difficult to overcome and move on from. This is what they want. They want you stuck. They want you stuck in the middle of the bottom with them. That's what they want. They don't want you moving on to anything good. They don't want to see you have anything good. They want you to need them and their faith and their order and their oppression. They want you to need them. And it could be financially, okay? But they want you to need them. And the thing is that you don't. You're not gonna. And it's just that way. It's just gonna be that way. Because this little cult leader has a lot of lessons to learn. They got a lot of big, big lessons. Because the world doesn't spin on its axis for the cult leader. Mm-mm. Nope, not at all. And the karma is moving. And I feel like there is a lot of little secrets going to pop out. I feel like there's been theft here. And it could be theft of your work, if this is work. Like they've been stealing something. I hear stealing hearts. What a smart aleck. No, they really don't think they're going to get caught with this unbothered here. They really don't. It's going to be a super Santa surprise. We have soothe, aloe vera. I feel like they think they're smooth. They think that they can soothe anything over. Impassive. Expansion. See, they think that they can smooth anything over. They think that they can make anything. Basically, they can lie their way out of it. Okay. But the truth is, no. This expansion tells me that I feel like people are expanding their ideas about this person, and it's not the best kind of ideas. And they're also expanding what they look at in this person. Does this make sense? Like, it's no longer they're just glossing over things, they're like looking more deeply into what this is all about. We have forbidden, there we go, and we have purification. So they find the forbidden things this person doesn't want people to know, and they purify it. And that terrifies them. It terrifies them to find out the forbidden things. Listen, I'm not going to get deeply into this because it feels very bad. Could be triggering, okay? But there's some computer stuff here for some of y'all. Okay, and I'm just going to leave it there. Not going to touch it. All right. So that is what I received for you, Group 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed doing this one for you. And if you made it this far, leave me a pumpkin down below because we have a witch here and I feel like Halloween. Or a bat. You can leave me a bat down below if you made it this far. That would be awesome. I would love to see those. I thank you all for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.